Welcome back to We Like That podcast.
Because we like that. I'm Joe,
And I'm Calvin.
and welcome back to We Like That podcast.
Because we like that. Bap, 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 bap.
Now throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all the pimp shit, everybody, let me hear you say,
Oh, yeah?
thank you.
What?
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back.
That was uncomfortably weird.
The reason for that was to say congratulations to Outkast. They recently got enrolled into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Outkast. Good job, guys.
Congrats.
Long deserved.
Had my soundboard, I can do claps. But you're going to change our soundboards and stuff.
Technically, you still could have done the claps.
How?
If you had planned correctly, you could have recorded like you recorded over my favorite song on here. You could have recorded over one of these buttons and make it a
How
clap.
about we start over and I just put claps in?
How you gonna do that? Do you remember how you did it?
I just switch out the boards.
Actually, you don't need a board. You got a phone. You could have held up your phone.
I don't have my phone.
Calvin. Anyway, moving on.
Claps, claps, claps.
I watched the
I should bring up the other board.
I watched the ceremony they had for them. Well deserved. Teared up when Andre did his speech and he was talking about how they started, how they were just friends in high school, and then they just kind of mixed and mingled with the right people. They started in a little crawl space in one of the Dungeon Family's founders' homes, his like mom's home, where they had all their musical instruments, and like just how that relates to what's their producer group? Something Noise?
Organized noise. They start in the basement of Rico Wade's mom's basement.
Yeah.
A literal basement.
Except it's not a basement. It's like a crawl space. It's not a full basement. It's tiny. There's no outdoor. There's no door leading out at all. They had to literally go down the stairs.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, just talking about how he ends it with amazing things happen in small spaces. It can lead to amazing things. And it's a testament to their long historied careers. Andre is retired from rapping, so he does not rap at all. But Big Boy still raps. And I felt like more and more people should give Big Boy his flowers because he's a menace on the mic. I don't know why people sleep on him. So there's that.
Will 1,000,000% agree with you on that one.
Uh-huh.
He does not get his flowers because he was next to Andre. But his bars was just
They're
as
clean.
iconic
They're so
and
clean.
great as 3,000.
And they're so quick. And it just works so well.
Exactly. He was the yin to the yang.
It works so well. So that being said, Calvin,
the alpha to the omega.
I've got a challenge for you.
Oh God, why?
We're gonna play a little verses.
Oh.
And you let me know what's bigger, what's not. Miss Jackson versus Hey Ya.
Hey Ya's the bigger song.
No, in your opinion.
I'm Miss Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
But Hey Ya's the bigger song.
So Andre 3000, in case you guys did not know, hates that song. He hates that song so much.
He hates Hey Ya?
So much. He hates it.
Yeah, because that's
took off.
the only song that they want to hear him do by himself.
It's also the song that like white America really enveloped. I remember working at Michael's and hearing it over the Michael's only plays like conservative soft pop. And then Hey Ya came on. Like it went so mainstream. And not only that, but people definitely did not get the message of Hey Ya. There's actually a very strong message in Hey Ya, and they don't
What's the message
really
about?
understand what it is.
What's the message?
Y'all don't want to hear me, you just want to dance?
Okay. We can say that about any song.
The whole song is about how like there's real stuff happening, but people mask it. They'll mask it, and if you can put a nice beat on it and make it danceable, they're not going to look any deeper than that. That's the whole premise of Hey Ya.
Did he say that?
Yes.
Okay. I just asked the question. I just wanted to know because it sounded like something he probably would say. I just wanted to make sure it was him.
You're so crazy.
It was not your interpretation. That's all.
You're so crazy.
No, I'm just saying.
What if it was my interpretation?
Then I was like, that's really good.
You're so crazy.
It sounded like something. What do you pay the people to a publicist
PR people? Uh-huh.
A publicist would say, or A&R person.
Okay. What do you think about So Fresh and So Clean versus The Way You Move.
The Way You Move is the bigger song, but So Fresh and So Clean is the better song to me.
Actually, So Fresh and So Clean is actually the bigger song.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I like
It's sold more. There's more units sold for So Fresh and So Clean.
I stand corrected. Well, I did pick the right song
then. All right, Roses versus Rosa Parks.
Roses probably is the bigger hit.
Okay.
But I'm a Rosa Parks fan. It's a tie.
Rosa Parks is fun.
It's a tie.
AT Aliens versus The Art of Storytelling. I don't know if you know what that song is.
Tie.
Okay. I should have said Rosa Parks versus Bombs Over Baghdad. That's what I should have said. Which one?
I'd probably pick Rosa Parks by a smidgen. But Bombs Over Baghdad is way the bigger song. It's not even close.
Rosa Parks is actually the higher sold one. But I think at this point, it's also like how long each song has been out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's also time. That's why Rosa Parks is more.
Rosa Parks has been out way longer.
Yeah. I think that's also what is the factor as to why it's higher.
Rosa Parks is like early 90s.
Yeah.
Their second album.
Yeah.
AT Aliens.
Yeah.
Bombs of Baghdad is like 2001 or something like that.
Yep.
That's the Speaker Box and The Love Below.
Bombs Over Baghdad's not with Speaker Box or Love Below.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. It came out the same time as Miss
You?
Jackson.
Is it Stink on You?
Stink on You.
So it's like 99.
Yeah. Or almost 2000.
Almost 2000.
Yeah.
My fault.
Because Speaker Box, that stuff came out 2003, 2002, 2003.
You're right. It is Bombs of Baghdad was like their last big thing before they kind of went solo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did their own little together, but
my bad.
Solo. So that being said, Speaker Box versus Love Below.
Tie.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna lie, that's the first album that I listened to in its entirety of theirs, was Speaker Box and Love Below.
You were so behind the game.
I'm from California. I did not know who they were. Okay. At all. All right.
That was right.
And that was my introduction to them, was Speaker Box and Love Below. I loved that album. It was so good. And then I loved that they put it into their movie. What was their movie?
Idlewild was basically a bunch of songs they already done.
It was Speaker Box and Love Below. That Rooster song, that's on Speaker Box.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it actually was a lot of Speaker Box and Love Below, with maybe a song. Mighty O was the only song that wasn't on Speaker Box and Love Below.
So what I've discovered listening to Speaker Box and Love Below was like all the dancey hits. That's Big Boy. Big Boy does those.
Yeah.
He's of the bigger influence for like the dancey songs.
Yeah, Idlewild is pretty much all of his songs from
Speaker Box.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Andre did some individual songs for the actual film for himself. So. But just listening to their two artistic stylings, especially when it came to their storytelling, Big Boy, he still talks about serious stuff, but he puts like these catchy beats to them. And then with Andre, you're getting a full artsy fartsy endeavor, which I loved. I love that Cupid song. His Cupid song. I think it's called Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah. I love that song.
Every day the 14th.
The transition and storytelling of that song starts with like, you can't escape this feeling. Everybody's going to, have this feeling. You can try to run if you want to, but I'm going to catch you. And then it progresses into like the euphoria of being in a relationship and the bitterness that comes in the aftermath of breaking up. It's really good. It's really good. The song ends with him saying, "Fuck you, Valentine's Day." It's great.
For the love of God, it's just a song. Jesus Christ.
But he's so artistic is what I'm saying. I get why he's like retired. I get why he feels like he doesn't have anything like to say.
Because
which is why he's not doing it.
He's an artist.
So artistic.
He's an artist.
I get it.
He's not a rapper or MC.
I get it.
He's an artist. Okay.
He's great.
Sure.
I love it.
Okay, you make me not like my favorite group.
Why? Why?
Jeez Louise.
They gave us our song.
What song?
Sleepy Brown's Me, My Baby, and My Cadillac.
Oh, okay.
What song?
Because that's not an Outkast song. It's a Sleepy Brown song.
Who do you think wrote it?
Andre 3000.
Yep.
Thank you, I guess.
But also he collaborated with them. Isn't he part of Dungeon Family?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the producer. He's one of the producers.
Mm-hmm.
He's Organized Noise. He's like 1/3. If it's 3 people, is that 1/3?
He's one of them? He's one of Organized Noise?
Yeah.
So did he start singing later?
No. So his dad is from that funk group in the 70s. They sing fun, fun, fun. Oh my God, Brick? No, I can't. Oh my God, I can't remember the name. His dad was like the trumpet player in that group.
Okay.
A lot of these dudes
have musical backgrounds.
Yeah, fathers are from legendary funk groups, which I just found out, which was kind of crazy.
Well, I mean, they're in Atlanta.
Their families have some tie to the music business.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That.
They're in Atlanta.
Same thing with Austin. I can't remember his last name. Dallas Austin. Mm-hmm. But anywho, Sleepy Brown dad was part of Brick. I won't say his name. The 70s funk group Brick.
Okay.
I think that's the name. So he met with Rico Wade, and I can't remember the other guy's name. They all got together and made Organized Noise. They made beats. He just happened to be able to sing.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I can make a case that Pharrell pretty much got his sound from Sleepy Brown. Because him and Sleepy Brown sound similar.
Like in singing?
Yeah.
Okay.
They both sound similar.
I don't like Pharrell.
Okay. I don't know what. Okay. So he was singing the hooks. Because he sang, they let him sing the hooks, and that's how he got into singing.
Mm-hmm.
And then him and Big Boy, he did a lot of singing on Outkast stuff, also making a lot of the beats. Then Outkast started making their own beats for a lot of their music. Then he was just doing the hooks, or singing the hooks that they need somebody to sing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're like, so yeah. Also, they discovered Janelle Monáe.
Okay.
Who's one of the biggest R&B singers out right now. What did you think of?
She's more of an actress now?
She does both, but she's more known for her singing.
I'm just saying, once you see them acting checks and them movie checks,
but they're not steady.
It's hard to do music.
It's not steady, and she's another artist. She's another artiste.
But it's still hard to do music.
She just had like an album that went platinum.
Oh, I didn't know
triple platinum.
Sure, I didn't know.
Okay.
I'm not looking.
She doesn't act like that. She doesn't. She's not booking gigs like all the time. She sings more than she's acting.
Didn't she have a TV show one time?
A TV show?
Yeah.
What TV show?
She had a TV show where she used to go back in time. Something.
Are you talking about Raven-Symoné?
No. Look it up. Janelle Monáe had a TV show.
Janelle Monáe time travel TV show?
No, it was like one of those thriller shows.
Thriller shows?
Yeah, she had a TV show for a hot second.
A thriller show?
Yeah, she had a TV show.
She hasn't had a TV show since 2021. So what are we talking about?
Yeah, whatever show that was in 2021.
The cartoon We Are the People?
No, she had I don't know what the name of the show was.
I don't know what you're even talking about.
We really gone way off topic. Congratulations, Outkast. And Apollo Legends.
Interesting, and crazy. All right, that's all I got for That Happened. You want to move on to our shows?
To spit up that, I thought we was going to talk about the whole hip hop thing.
Oh, go for it. Yeah, go ahead. You brought it.
So, if you don't know, hip hop
is dead.
It's the first time a hip hop song hasn't been on the
top
Billboard
40.
Top 40 and over
the U.S. Billboard Top 40.
USA Top 40.
Yes.
In 40-some years.
Yes.
And a lot of people, the internet is trying to explain or figure out why. And a lot of people are saying because dudes don't put out good music.
Okay.
Or since everybody's trying to go independent, the music is not being pushed like it used to be on radios, and it's not being forced down your throat like it used to be back in the day. So it's just people trying to figure out and trying to come up with their own synopsis or theory why that happened.
Okay.
The music ain't good. Artists are more independent now, trying to own everything, so their music's not being pushed by the record labels and commercial like it used to be.
You don't need it to be. Do we need it to be pushed by the
Yeah.
labels?
Yeah. And two, people don't listen to radio like they used to, too.
You're the first one to say artists don't need labels anymore.
They don't, but they still need labels for some things.
Okay.
Do they really need them?
But like you just said, we don't listen to the radio. So what would they do?
But to get all the commercial success,
they just need good management for that. They don't need labels.
You still need somebody to go in there and grease the hands.
Yeah,
and
good management will do that.
Stuff.
Good PR will do that. You don't need the label.
It depends. And you need somebody who in the end that will get these people to play your music repeatedly. Like,
let's talk about Macklemore. This is somebody who's never signed with a label. And he's a no name.
But he had people who would take his stuff and play commercially, push it. He had a machine. He had some type of machine behind him.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted. He had it. He might have been independent. He might have owned a lot of his stuff.
Yeah.
But he had a machine.
Uh-huh.
Because his music, it seemed like it stayed on the radio playing religiously.
By the time we heard it on the radio, he had been singing those songs for like a couple of years at that point. Like the music was not new.
But the radios would put him over and made him.
Actually, it was an interview he did that put him over.
But what I'm saying is still, he was pushed by the mainstream to some extent.
Okay, mainstream can push it. I don't think a label is at the pulse of the mainstream anymore.
But they are to a certain extent. They are to a certain extent. What I'm not disagreeing, but they're not as important as they used to be. You don't need them. They're not the end all be all anymore because you got technology.
Uh-huh.
So back in the day when we were kids, they were the end all be all because there was no way around them. You had to go through them. Now you don't have to go through them, but it's still advantages to being on a label.
Okay.
You don't have to. A lot of people go to labels because they don't want to work that up. They don't want to put in the work that it's going to take to be independent.
Okay.
That's why a lot of people do labels.
Is it that, or is it what you said? It's a little easier, like in terms of like opportunity.
Yeah, it's easier. They don't have to do all the work. Okay. Granted, they're not going to own none of their stuff, but they don't have to do the work of pushing the music.
Okay.
Making sure the music gets in these hands, making sure it's being played nonstop.
Okay.
And two, a lot of those artists are just in it to get the fame. And then they're going to try to. I don't think the reason I think the reason hip hop is the way it is right now, I don't think these kids care about being hip hop artists. I think they care about being famous. And they're trying to just get the fame and then branch out and get it out of the music business.
Okay.
They're not trying to make the music business their life.
Okay.
Like, say, LL Cool J or Big Boy or any of the 90s artists or 80s artists were trying to do.
Okay.
Because there's so many other avenues. They're trying to be IG stars or whatever stars.
Right.
They're trying to go viral.
Okay.
Instead of making hits. Because in their mind, there's more money in being viral than it is making music anyway. So I think that's one of the reasons why the music has really died off. It's so much money to be made elsewhere. And you just need the fame or the popularity. And that's all they're looking for.
So my theory is that a lot of these places are still playing by old school rules. And therefore, that's why it seems like things aren't going the way that they're supposed to be going. Like, to get on Billboard, you have to register your music. And they're looking at like ISRC and UPC codes. Those are stuff that's on a physical, like a physical album of some sort, whether that's a record or a CD. That's how they're counting sales for your song. They're not necessarily looking at streams. And that's how almost everybody listens to music, is streaming. But I also feel like with streaming, you also have the opportunity to listen to music that you've always listened to. Like, I don't listen to any I don't listen to nothing new. I listen to the same playlist and songs that I grew up listening to, essentially. And I think that's also a factor of what keeps things on Billboard and what knocks things off of Billboard.
But at the same time too, there's no way to really make money in streams.
There's a way to.
You have to get damn near millions and upon millions.
There's more than one platform
spins.
to stream your music. There's
Yes.
more than one. If you are going to play the stream game, you got to do multiple platforms. It can't just be Spotify or just
But
Apple
what I'm saying
Music.
to you, you gotta move. You gotta get streamed like 50 million times or something crazy just to make real money.
Depends on the platform. So a lot of people, instead of going through Spotify or Apple Music, they go on SoundCloud. SoundCloud gets you your cash a lot faster. You don't need to have a billion streams to make a profit. But SoundCloud does not have the same backing as Spotify or Apple Music. So if people are going to listen to your streams, it's a whole thing for them to listen to your streams on SoundCloud. It's the setup for SoundCloud is made for independent artists. It's not set up to be easily searchable for like the casual listener. So it comes with its own hiccups.
That's what I'm saying. They're not making the money that they should be making or would make if they were putting out albums or hard copies.
Okay.
That's what I'm really getting to.
I just feel
So
like
that's why I
across
think-
the board, in terms of music stars, we don't have them anymore.
And you're 100% right
Mm-hmm.
because we have the internet.
I mean, even with like the streaming and the selling and the
What-
labels, we don't have the star power.
The reason is because your star is accessible 24 hours a day almost now. It's almost touchable. You know what they're doing. You can, if you really wanted to, all you got to do is check into their live. You know what they're doing. Whereas
Kendrick Lamar is not touchable.
But-
he's known for being very
and that's what makes him bigger than a lot of these other people.
interesting.
Think about it. We didn't know what the hell Michael Jackson was doing.
But people, yeah, we did. He was followed
We really didn't
Stop.
know what Michael Jackson was doing.
He was
That
followed
was the allure of Michael Jackson.
Stop.
What is he doing when he's home? Is his face real? Is he putting on his nose before he leaves? All these crazy questions we had. Is Bubbles really a monkey or
I disagree that
that's
these
what,
stars are now more touchable.
yes they
The
are.
avenues to reach out to them, there's more avenues.
We didn't know what the hell our stars were doing. That's what made them stars. There was a hint of mystery behind them. We really didn't know them.
The only way that this works, a lot of stars aren't even managing their own socials. You know what I mean? Like, it's not them.
It doesn't matter. You still feel like you have access to them.
Okay, but you can feel that. But like you just said, you don't know.
But you still have access to them. You can still watch a live of them doing something.
But they're not all of them are doing lives.
What I'm saying to you is the internet has made them way more accessible. We didn't have this to know what Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey back in the day. Think about all these superstars we had in music.
Okay, but like
We
in
didn't
that
know.
same vein, these
R.
stars
Kelly.
don't have to get on there.
But this is the way they make their extra money.
Again, Kendrick doesn't do it like that. Drake doesn't do it like that.
He doesn't do it like that no more. He used to be all over stuff too.
Okay.
He doesn't do it no more.
Okay.
But that was the real. It was still a hint of mystery. I'm not saying you're wrong, but what I'm saying is that plays a part into it too.
What I'm saying is using that same avenue of being touchable, the socials, there are huge stars from the socials. So you clearly doing it through socials is not
It depends.
a
Too,
detriment.
and two, it depends on the person. It also depends on the person. Do you have that it factor?
Uh-huh.
Maybe the stars nowadays don't have that it factor.
I'm also wondering if it's a attention span situation. Because everything is so easily
But
instant.
then explain Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift came in as a kid, right?
Okay. Justin Bieber did too.
Okay. Yeah.
Miley Cyrus did too.
And all of these kids came in before socials are what they are right now. They all came in before the socials are what they are right now.
What I'm saying is, I get, sure, I understand. I just think some of these dudes just don't have it. And two, it's also the internet where they can see what their favorite person is doing. And two, it's also like you said, it's so much stuff out there. So attention spans. So I think all of that together is why we don't have the stars in music like we used to.
Mm-hmm.
It's all of it encompassing at the same time.
I also feel
All of
like the drive to be artistic like that is gone. I don't think the same hunger is there.
I said that's what I was saying too. I don't think the hunger's not. They're not in it to be. They're not in music to be in music as their livelihoods.
Right.
They're trying to branch out and do different type of avenues.
Well, they also know like to brand, so they're in it to be influencers.
Yes, exactly. They're not in it to be artists. They're in it to be influencers.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, and I think that's the real reason we don't have stars.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's all about branding and being an influencer instead of being an artist.
So, what do you think about this? Like you said, getting paid as an artist, usually you don't always get paid well.
And that's what I think what it really is.
And it's even more known, the awareness of like, if you're gonna get paid, you got to go through different things.
They're trying to be YouTube stars and all this stuff,
right? Which they can be. Like, look at that's what Cardi B started in reality TV. So she went from reality TV. Then, and in her reality TV show, she was trying to get her hip hop career off the ground. And then she became a rapper, or she became a well-known rapper. She still does live streaming. Every so often, she's on a reality TV show. She's still doing her music. So she's doing all these different things. And she's making it work. So I think it's possible to do it nowadays. But I think you're right. It takes a certain type of personality to do that. And we don't have a lot of those.
Yeah. We don't have there's no Michael Jacksons. There's no Will Smiths or LL Cool J's, Wu-Tangs, Outcasts.
Mm-hmm. Well, there are.
Tupac's, Biggie's.
If there are,
Nas's,
we don't know about them.
Jay-Z's. Ain't too many of them.
Uh-huh.
It's just... And two, they're not making music that can stand the test of time.
I agree.
Also, they're just copy and pasting.
If it is a constant surprise to me that when I see clips of people at clubs or it's a DJ making a mix, the songs that they're putting in that mix are songs that came from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. They're not songs that came out most recently. So it's a testament, I guess, of like ingenuity that's just not here right now. In my opinion, I think it needs to die. I think we need to treat it like when you burn your grass for the season. You got to kill a little bit up the top. You got to kill a little bit of it so that new growth can come through.
That was bars as an analogy. Have to give you props. That was bars.
You like that? Thank you.
That was bars.
Thank you.
And thank you for tuning in. That happened. That's the end of the show right there. I don't really want to say nothing after that. That was bars. And that happened with Joe.
Skitty bop bop.
Skitty bop bop bop. The end.
All right. You want to talk about Married at First Sight, or you want to talk about something else?
We can talk about the shows.
You want to do Worth the Watch?
Sure.
All right, go ahead. We did our Worth the Watch. We found it on Stars. It was
Power?
Magic City.
Oh, I thought we was talking about the Power thing.
We can talk about Power. You want to talk about Power first? Or you want to talk about Magic City and American Fantasy?
We do Magic City first because that's quick.
Okay. So it's basically a 5-episode miniseries. We watched the first episode called Welcome to Atlanta, and it gave us the backstory of how Magic City kind of got its footing in Atlanta.
Was founded.
What do you think? Calvin told me that he's a longtime
I did not
partitioner of Magic City.
Partitioner of Magic City.
He knew it from its infancy. So, what did you think?
I didn't know it from its infancy. Magic City has been around for like a couple of years.
A couple?
Yeah.
You mean a couple decades?
It started in what, 85? No, 80.
No, yeah.
85?
No, earlier than 85, 81.
81. So I was born in 81, so couldn't been there.
You were telling me how you have been in and out of that since you were 7.
Stop this lie.
How is that? Isn't that what you just told me?
7,
Isn't that what you told me?
7 is impossible.
Oh my goodness. That's what you told me.
Stop.
I've been getting into clubs since I
Yeah.
was a baby.
Yeah, I was getting into clubs.
Okay.
Anywho, Magic City started popping around 90. Same time Freaknik really took off.
According to them, it's
And the
between
music-
90 and 96 was like the golden age.
That's when hip hop took off in Atlanta, and sports and entertainment. When people start looking to Atlanta as
But
one of the
we're starting
black
about how
Meccas.
it got set up. That's what
Yeah.
we watched. We watched the foundation of it.
Yeah. So Mr. Magic, what's his real name?
Something Barney. Mr. Barney.
Mr. Barney, aka Mr. Magic, came from New Jersey.
Camden,
New Jersey, was born in New Jersey, came down from New Jersey, came down to Atlanta, was working in call centers, I guess, right?
No, he was a telephone salesman.
Telephone salesman, and he used to go to different strip clubs around Atlanta, and then he got an idea, like, I can do this.
Uh-huh.
So he bought a building and started Magic City.
I do love that in the 80s, it was super easy to buy property. I love that. I love that people were like, I had 2 bubble gums and a blow pop, and I got this warehouse. I love it.
And he pretty much built it from one dancer to where it is today.
He had a specific vision. He wanted it to be an upscale experience from top to, like, as soon as you got through those doors. So
with booty, butt, nakedness, and wings.
you were going to see gorgeous women, but you're also going to have fantastic food. You're going to have fantastic entertainment.
And my God, if the food ain't good. Them lemon pepper motherfucking. I'm sorry, I cussed it. Them lemon pepper wings, boy.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But he wanted to make sure he had the finest of things. So that was his main focus. And it turned out that was a focus that paid off.
He damn sure did it.
I do love the story of how he did all this without his wife knowing. And so much so that, like, all of the people that they were friends with and knew also kept it from his wife. And she didn't find out till opening day. And she's just like, wait, what?
Opening night.
Huh?
Probably this day. Who knows?
What? Like, she's coming fresh off of having 2 babies. And she's seeing nothing but naked women. She said that she saw a woman with the most perfect backside she'd ever seen. I said, oh.
So,
well.
Atlanta nightlife, you had to be there.
Atlanta was also one of the few cities that allowed you to do full nudity for their strip club. Most places at that time were like no tops. They called them titty bars at the time. But Magic City,
Booty, butt, nakedness.
and other strip clubs like Magic City in Atlanta, they could go full nudity. And we get a little backstory. One of the lawyers who his practice is around the First Amendment. There was a hair show that was traveling through the city at the time, back in like the 60s. In hair, at the end of the show, everybody's naked. There's a whole nudity thing that happens with everybody that's on the stage. And at first, Atlanta wasn't going to let them come through because they didn't want to have that obscenity. They took it to courts, and the judge at the time was like, nudity is not an obscenity. It's in line with their First Amendment. And especially in terms of entertainment purposes, there's nothing obscene about it. And they ran with it. Atlanta strip clubs were like, excellent.
The next day, booty, butt, nakedness. Booty, butt, cheeks. Booty, butt, cheeks.
I found the timing of all this very interesting because this is happening in the early 80s. If you don't know anything about the 80s at that time, we were going through a lot of wealth at the time. So more was better was the whole run. So you've got a lot of people in an up-and-coming black city that also now have this establishment to go to also, like, show their upperclassness. It's a brilliant timing. It really is. Like, his timing on doing all of this was perfect.
Sometimes you just got to be born at the right time
Mm-hmm.
and be in the right place at the right time.
And not say no. And not turn it away. And he did that. I'm sure there's a darker underbelly. They keep hinting that there's a darker underbelly to all this.
Well, because what happens, hip hop starts taking over, and then the drugs in Atlanta, the drug scene starts to pretty much take over the club. That's pretty much what happens.
I'm talking about the women. They keep talking about how like nobody there has a halo on their head. There's hints here and there of like maybe prostitution. They're not fully saying it. So I'm interested. We've only watched the first episode. I'm interested to know what else is going on. This first episode was just about how like Magic City came to be. It was this guy from Jersey's idea. His wife slowly but surely got on board with it, and it made them a lot of money.
It's still making them a lot of money.
So true. It's the same family that still owns it. But also, how he gave credit to his dancers. His dancers were also very creative in how they were going to get more people to come to the club so that they could make more money. It's very interesting. It's very, very, very interesting. What did you think of this first episode?
It was cool. It was good.
Did you think it was a good representation of Magic City?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they ain't gonna tell you nothing that probably hadn't been on the news.
I was a little pleasantly surprised by all the different body types happening in Magic City.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you got your thickums, but you also have smaller girls.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
As long as you're pretty with a pretty nice body.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like nice is subjective because it's all different types of bodies. It's very interesting.
You gotta have something for everybody.
Okay.
Everybody don't like thick girls.
Okay.
Everybody don't like thick girls.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like skinny, thick.
Mm-hmm.
Some like skinny with a little bit of bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody like a bunch of top, little bottom. Some people like a whole lot of bottom, no top.
Mm-hmm. What did you think of the body check?
Of course.
One of the dancers mentions that there's a ton of girls who try to work for Magic City, but very few make it in. And one of the deterrents is when they do a body check.
Yeah.
They don't really say what the body check is. They just say that they're
you standing there, booty butt naked, spinning around, probably making a clap, doing some stuff. Probably doing some other stuff too. Who knows?
But so my question, I guess, becomes: are they looking at skin quality? Are they looking to see like, are you smooth?
They're looking at.
Are they looking at?
Javon, they're checking out everything.
Okay. Because she said so. Platinum, when they were talking to her, she said she did her dancing and then she got naked for the body check. So they have you do the dancing first, and then they do the body check. So I'm wondering if they're looking at the body check, if they're looking at like how well you keep your skin. Do you have a lot of tattoos? Not have a lot of tattoos, kind of a thing.
Half is checking out it's checking out your body. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little perviness to it too.
Of course.
So that's all it is.
Okay.
They get to see you naked. That's all.
Okay. But what I'm saying is like the girls that they are showing that are associated with Magic City, there's a uniformity there. So I also wonder if they're checking for something else.
What are you insinuating?
I'm talking about like how well they keep themselves. Like all their skin is very supple. They all come across as very soft, supple skin. There's not a whole lot of stretch mark situations happening.
They're not looking for busted biscuits.
What are busted biscuits?
They're not looking for women a bunch of stretch marks.
What are busted biscuits?
Like you know how you open up a can of biscuits. So let's not act like we don't know.
But I'm also wondering if they're looking at skin tone and like
also looking for dimps, holes, and make sure you probably ain't shooting up, doing drugs and all that stuff.
That is what I was wondering what that body check was. Track marks. If they're looking for track marks.
They're looking for everything.
Bruising.
They're looking for everything.
Very interesting.
And to get a peek. They're looking for everything.
I'm interested to see what they have a lot of big name stars coming through. They talk about how this basketball player kind of helped them start to get more celebrity clientele.
Dominique Wilkins pretty much started going to Magic City, and that's when all the NBA players, Magic, and all other big-time NBA players started going there and really putting the club on notice.
Especially in terms of celebrity.
Yeah.
And
that's what Magic City really known for. They get like the high top celebrities to come through.
Drake is in this thing. So, but I'm interested to see the rest of these episodes. So far, so good to me.
Touche.
All right. Do you want to talk about Married at First Sight?
Yeah.
Or you got more to say about Magic City?
Nope.
Okay.
It's Magic City.
Alrighty. So we are now fully caught up with Married at First Sight, season 19. You want to do this by couple, or you want to talk about?
You do couple.
Okay. So first, so we're getting close to decision day. Decision day hasn't, as of this recording, decision day hasn't happened yet. Everybody's on the precipice of making their final decisions as to whether or not they're going to stay in the marriage. First up, Megan and Derek. Megan and Derek are now pregnant.
It's crazy.
Which is insane. So Derek is basically telling Megan that it's going to be a quick yes for him. He wanted this. He wanted to be married. He wanted to have a kid. And now that's happening for him. So it's going to be a hard yes for him.
I don't know if it's the same for her.
I know it's not the same for her, but I wonder if she's just going to go through with it because she is now pregnant.
Yeah. I don't know.
Right. I mean, she is independent.
But I'm going to say yeah.
But she's also from Texas. So I wouldn't put it past her to be like, well, I'm going to try to stick it out for the kid.
So, but
there's something about Derek that really rubs me the wrong way when he's talking about having a family. Because it's to me, it sounds like very decorative. He wants a family like it's very decorative. It's not like it's a realistic, I have a full understanding of what the ins and outs are going to be type of want. And we were having a discussion yesterday about it because I was saying that he reminds me of like Nick Cannon, but Calvin said that was too extreme of a comparison.
But that's what you do. You go to extremes a lot of times.
He's
not Nick Cannon.
My point was he didn't care who he was going to have this kid with. He just wanted to have 3 kids. That was my point.
Would I agree with you on that? You're probably closer to being right than I am. But I would say he's trying to be a father in a relationship.
We see them, quote unquote, practice this family dynamic by babysitting Megan's friend's kids, who has 3 boys. The babysitting consists of them playing outside for like a couple hours.
But the babysitting means absolutely nothing because they're going home at the end of the day.
That too. And none of them are infants. They're about to have an infant that's completely dependent on them 24/7. I have so many people I work with who have had recently had babies. They get 0 sleep. They get 0 sleep.
That's because they don't keep the baby on a schedule.
Wow.
Some of that has to do with that too.
You think an infant is programmable? That's good to know.
No, you kind of. I'm not saying you can, but you can kind of script things out. Like, I'll tell you.
You have 0. By the way, Calvin has 0 kids. I don't know where this knowledge is coming from. And I'll be damned if I have kids and someone's going to tell me how to raise kids who does not have kids at all.
Sure, who cares? I used to watch my sister.
You used to watch your sister?
Yeah.
Used to watch Maria?
Yeah. Like
the grown woman. Okay.
So like you maybe this is why my family is so crazy.
What?
Maybe this is why my family.
I don't think you know that you're saying things out loud.
Some people, some things you can do, like keep the baby on a certain schedule for sleep time, so that they will sleep through the night. It's some things you can do. Are you gonna be able to control everything? No. Are things gonna happen?
You're telling me Maria had it set up so the babies never woke up because they were hungry?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but you can. It's some things you can do. I'm not saying it's gonna go 100% that way all the time, but it's some things you can do to make it easier. But what makes it more easier if you guys are sharing the load. That's what's going to make it easier if you're sharing the load. 9 times out of 10, it's the woman that's always getting up with the baby at night.
Mm-hmm.
So now, my thing is, what is he going to do? What is she going to do when that and what he's going to do when that happens, because it's inevitably going to happen.
I'm wondering with her personality, especially her outlook on having the kids, if he's going to be the one waking up with these children, which I'm not mad at. Which I'm not mad at. I feel like if that baby starts crying, I feel like she's going to be like, no, I'm not moving. I have work the next day.
Then they're gonna have a problem. My thing with them is the reason a lot of couples, I think, don't make it sometimes is because they don't get to enjoy each other.
I agree.
They go mad. They go dating, marriage,
baby,
kids.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't get the chance to actually enjoy each other and get sick of each other and want something else to focus on.
But or at least get into the routine of each other. Like even like just get into the routine of each other.
Yeah.
They don't know each other.
So this is why I think they're not going to make it.
But now they have a baby. Great.
And that's just going to make it even worse.
I just don't like how he was talking with his friend about talking her into having more kids when she was very staunchly against that.
I honestly don't think he's going to get the chance to get more kids from her.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I don't think they're going to stay together. So there's that. But it is what it is.
Well, we have decision day coming up. We'll find out. We'll see what happens.
It is what it is.
Brittany and Will, our black couple.
Yeah.
Our depressing couple. Brittany has been going through it when it comes with Will. There's a lot of uncertainty and insecurity for her in their relationship. She wants it to work. She doesn't know how it looks for it to work. Will, on the other hand, is he tries to be there for her, and it's clear he cares about her, but he's not emotionally available for her.
But then it looks like they got to a point where they were making it work, and it was going great.
Yeah, it did. She said, I love you. He said, I love you. It was like, oh, okay. Fast forward. She gets a call. It's the day that they have to make their final decision. She gets a call from Will, and he's like, yeah, I want to let you know. I'm saying no. I go, what? Anyway, I don't think that I wanted it to work out for Brittany's sake. I really feel a lot of empathy for Brittany. She just wants to be in a healthy relationship where she's valued and her emotions are validated and she feels chosen.
So you think this is going to push her in the arms of a woman?
Honestly, I think she'd be better in the arms of a woman. Honestly, I think she'd be better off in the arms of a woman. But I don't think she's interested in being in the arms of a woman. Cause shoot, if she just wants to be married, yeah, the arms of a woman is the way to go. But unfortunately she likes men. So unfortunately, she's got to deal with ridiculousness in the meanwhile. And I feel like this is going to push her even further off that edge. She was already very guarded and just very uncertain about how to move in this relationship. And this is just going to make things worse, unfortunately, for her. And for her, she feels blindsided. She's like, what is happening right now? Like, we finally got to a space where it seemed like we were on the same page, and now this. And then we hear from Will's side, it's been a growing thing for Will, where he cared about her and he doesn't want to hurt her, but he just wasn't there in terms of wanting to be in that relationship with her. They weren't on the same page ever, but he kept it to himself because he didn't want to further upset her. But now he's telling her that he doesn't want to go through with it.
Whatever. My issue with him is that why did you tell her you love her then? After refusing to say it the whole time.
Yeah, that's true.
Why did you finally say it?
That's true.
Why? If you're just going to say it's a no for me. Because you knew you were going to do that. This whole him hiding and I ain't no more. He knew.
Okay. You say he know for a long time?
We know.
Okay.
We know.
Okay.
So why say the L word?
Whew. Why indeed?
That's my issue. That's it. That's my issue. And if you want to move on, I'm done.
That's fair. That's fair. Pat and Rhonda, they are not gonna stay together. Rhonda has a lot of things going on. I think there's a lot of stuff that she didn't realize were gonna be big bothers to her that are. And poor Pat. Pat, I feel like Pat's in the same boat as Brittany of being uncertain and insecure in the relationship and like just not knowing what the fuck to do. Because it doesn't matter what this man does. It's wrong. It does not matter. They even have a whole situation where like they go to dinner where she meets one of his closest friends. And they all just spend the dinner blaming Pat for what's going on in the relationship. It's terrible. It's terrible. And it's Pat just like being like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Like in my past relationships, if I'm my full self and I say exactly what's on my mind, it's bad. And if I don't and I try to people please, it's also bad. Like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And you got Rhonda over here crying. One, because she's kind of going through it in terms of like family members. Her stepdad, who she was actually very close to, passes unexpectedly. But also she feels like everybody but Pat understands where she's coming from and she doesn't know how to get it through to him. But to be fair to Pat, I don't know what she wants either. I'm confused.
In the words of Antoine Mayweather from Man on Film, I got 2 words: train wreck, and I'm through.
That's 3.
2 words: train wreck, and I'm through. That's it. My 2 words were train wreck.
Train wreck is 1 word.
Whatever, train wreck.
And I'm through is 3 words.
And I'm through. That's it. I had 2 words. We're train wreck.
Okay. Train wreck is 1 word. Anyway.
Whatever.
So do you think when they get to their final decision day, who do you think is going to say no first?
I already told you, I'm through.
I don't know what that means.
They're both going to say no.
I said, who do you think is going to say it first?
Probably her.
I'm wondering if it's going to be Pat.
Whoever they
and then her getting mad. Dude, that's what I feel like would happen.
Whoever they ask first, the person is going to say no.
I feel like Pat would be like, I don't think we should do this. And she's going to be like, are you just giving up on our relationship?
Whatever. 2 words.
Things get hard and you're just going to run?
I'm through.
So crazy. Jalen and Josh at first seemed to be the couple that had like the most in common. They seem to be on the same page about a lot of things. It slowly but surely becomes clear to Jalen that while she's willing to try things for the first time that aren't necessarily her bag, Josh is not the same way. There's a situation where they're talking about rewriting their vows because they want to have like another formal wedding after the final decision day. And she wrote hers and she was excited to see what he was going to write. He was having trouble putting into words how he felt about her. So much so that he got frustrated and was just like, I'm not going to do it, period. And she was like, are you serious? It doesn't have to be anything crazy fancy, just a little something. And he was like, absolutely not. And he was very staunch on it. And then the Burning Man thing came up. He loves going to Burning Man. It's basically become his personality. She does not want to camp out in the middle of the desert for days on end. That's not her idea of fun. She's like, I don't want to do Burning Man. And he took offense. He took offense because he wanted it to be like their thing, and it is not their thing. The other thing they ran into was that he was still talking to an ex-girlfriend on his socials. For Jalen, she cuts all her exes off. They don't have access to her social. She blocks them. But for Josh, he fully still talks to all of them. And she was like, I think that's a little disrespectful now that, we're married. And he was like, well, I'm not going to cut people out of my life just because we're married. It was a whole thing. Eventually, he kind of saw her side and was like, okay, maybe it might be a little inappropriate, but it took a minute to get there. Do we think they're going to break up or do we think they're going to stick it out?
I want everybody to break up because I don't think nobody need to be together. But I think they'll be the ones another one of the couple that try to stay together.
Okay.
To me, the reason she's not in touch with none of her exes because I don't think none of her exes want to be in touch with her.
I don't know. I know a lot of girls where that's their rule of thumb. I'm just not going to talk anymore to them.
I think they just don't want to be in touch with her.
I don't know.
Anywho, to touch with your ex thing, to me, it depends on if you trying to get back with your ex or your ex trying to get back with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about context.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I'm through.
For me, I think it depends how long ago this person was your ex. Is this a recent ex? Nah. This is an ex from high school? Okay.
I don't care.
I do.
I don't.
I care.
At the end of the day, if you're entertaining them, then that's an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just like whatever, and they're trying to get back with you, I can't dictate what he does or that other person does.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're not doing it, it's cool with me.
You don't think that there is anything suspicious about keeping that door open?
Are you keeping that door open?
I don't talk to any of my exes. You're the one that's got a swarm of women around him at all times.
Because I'm Mr. Magic. That's why.
Oh my God.
Start my own Magic City.
Oh my goodness.
Called City of Magic.
But honestly, between the two of us, the person I think that would have a friendship with their ex would be you.
I don't know where none of my exes are. At all. I don't know where in the world they can be.
Very crazy. Very, very crazy. All right, Belinda and Chad. Belinda is Jalen's mom, who's trying marriage again. And then we have Chad, who is our former combat veteran, who is struggling. He is struggling. He hates being told what to do. He's constantly getting into fights with production. And then we find out later, like, he is hanging on by his fingernails, staying in this apartment. He wants to go home so bad.
And I don't know how they didn't see that coming.
Okay. No, they saw it coming. That's why they wanted him for the show. It'd be good drama.
So, and see, once again, you're playing with somebody who probably has actual mental issues with PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is a regimented person.
Yeah, he likes a routine, and he likes being his own boss. He doesn't like the fluctuation of schedule when it comes to production. You hear him complaining to Belinda about how, like, he likes to have his day set so that he knows what to do, what the next thing to do. But with production, it ebbs and flows. It's kind of like, okay, we might set up here, we might set up there. We might have to circle around and come back to this at a later time.
That is eerily concerning to me. Where you need so much structure that you can't deviate from it at all, or it just makes you.
I think he can deviate it if it's like here, like if it's one time, but it's consistent. It's like every day he's had to deviate from his routine, and he can't handle that. He can't, and he also doesn't have his outlets to like kind of recenter himself. He doesn't have those outlets either.
What I think is funny is that the therapist acting shocked like she didn't know that.
Was she acting shocked? I don't think she was acting shocked.
She like, so you don't have no routines.
I think that was more for Belinda. She was acting like that for Belinda's sake. To really impress upon her, like, the stress that he's under, that's what's coming into their relationship. That's why they're having, it's part of the reason as to why they're having the fights.
And why are they keeping him in that stressful thing and destroying this relationship that was, I guess, was going in the right direction?
So my question is, was it though? Like, that was my question. Was this going in the right direction? Because, like, some of Belinda's concerns, it sounds like it was mounting. Like, it was something that bothered her, something that she touched on, but he didn't like the conversation, so she didn't touch on it again. And then it just built and built and built and built and built.
It sounds like to me the reason it was because he didn't have his outlets to calm down and to decompress.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me.
But
so the reason she's having the issues because he couldn't decompress.
But also when they would have their conversations, he would speak for her a lot. He would say, "We're done. We're leaving. We're doing," like, he would speak for her a lot.
Honestly, he's doing what some husbands do, which is you want them to. The funny thing is you want us to think we. So when we think in a we aspect, oh, now you're talking for me. Which one do you want? Do you want me to go me? Then I start going me too much. Now, so now you don't want to include me. Which one do you want?
There's
do you want the we or me?
There's no in between. It's all or nothing.
I think he was still getting used to being with somebody too. So getting used to being with somebody, you're going to kind of go overboard because you want to make sure you include them and you got them and you don't want them to feel like you're making decisions or thinking or making moves.
Or not including them in those decisions.
Yeah, or making moves without them.
I see. So it wasn't so much that he was like, "I'm making the decision for you," as much as it was, I'm remembering that you're also in this with me.
Yes.
Interesting. Interesting, because I took it like Belinda took it, with like him like speaking for her, him making the decision. Period.
And also him thinking, if I leave, I'm assuming they're gonna make you leave too.
She lives in the city. He doesn't live in that city. She does live in that city.
That's what I'm saying. If I leave the program, there's no reason, no need for you to stay. They're not gonna just keep you. That's another thing I think he could have been thinking too.
But I think it nudged on where they're gonna live together after the show, because that was something they had been talking about. Because again, she lives in that city. He doesn't live there. He wanted her to come back to his place in a totally different city, and that was something that they had been fighting on, or I should say, discussing.
That's all. I think it's all a little bit of everything.
But also, he's a little bit of a control freak. He needs things his way.
I'm not saying you're wrong. He does peg me as a person who likes control. But I think it was more about, I don't want to make her think it's just I'm thinking about me.
Okay.
And that's why I think he's saying we. And also in the back of my mind thinking, if I leave this thing, I want to leave with you.
Okay.
So if I leave, I'm assuming either you're gonna come with me or this is just gonna be over.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna move on and cut you out too. Because I'm not the only one in this relationship.
Yeah.
Or in this show.
Yeah. I'm gonna say there's not really a couple that I'm rooting for. It makes it long term. There's like this right now for me. There's no couple that I'm like, yeah, I think they'll make it.
I'm always for every couple breaking up because this is stupid to me. So
you chose the show.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm saying the whole scenario is stupid to me.
Okay.
So I pray for every. I'm not praying. I'm just saying.
Shouldn't you, as a good Christian?
That's being a bad Christian.
Praying for everybody.
For praying for everybody downfall.
Oh, why? No, no one said downfall. You just said praying for everybody.
Oh no, I was praying for everybody to break up. That's what I was gonna say.
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. See how when you let me finish it, it sounds horrible.
That's why I don't let you finish. There you go. Proof and point.
Sometimes you can't save everybody from going to hell.
You're so crazy.
Anywho, yeah, I just don't think the show, the premise of the show is stupid. I think no one should make it.
You chose this show anyway.
I'm not saying that. I'm not.
You just said the premise of the show is stupid.
Yeah, that's not saying I don't want to watch the train wrecks.
You're so crazy.
There's a reason we all drive by slow when there's a car wreck. We want to see the damage.
Okay.
So,
Married at First Sight. That was it. That was Married at First Sight. Yeah.
Which breakup you think is going to be the worst?
Will and Brittany's.
Will and Brittany's.
The black couple.
I'm going to take the two old white people.
As the worst?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Brittany ain't going to have nothing for that white lady when she flips out. If he says no first.
If he says no first. I don't even know if he's going to get the chance to. Because if she says no first, he's not going to react like that. He's not going to be explosive in his reaction.
But no matter what he does, she's going to blow up.
It would be hysterical.
And let's be honest. I think she's a way better cusser than Brittany.
It would get bleeped.
I know.
But also, I don't know that it would necessarily. I think it's going to be more tears than cussing. I think it's going to be more boo-hooing.
No, she has no problem letting the flames go.
If she gets asked first, that means she's the one that's going to be giving the spiel, not Pat. So I don't think it's going to feed into her anger as much as she's going to go scold.
Think it's going to feed in because I think Pat is going to actually say what he kind of wants to say at that point.
Okay.
And when he lets it go, I think in retaliation, she's going to just...
I'm just saying, we already saw the previews for next week, and Brittany's the one that's going off. So I'm going to stand by my Brittany and Will.
Well, they're sure. We'll see. I don't know.
Okay, moving on. I roped Calvin into watching Power Book 4, Force, aka Tommy's book, on Stars. Calvin is jumping in without knowing any of what happened in season 1 or season 2, and we went straight to season 3. We watched the first 2 episodes. Overall, what is your take on the show?
I don't know how this white boy is doing all of this in a black city
Okay.
and messing with everybody's money, and no one's killed him yet. Or had the opportunity to kill him and don't kill him. But it's like you said, I think the boundaries they have set for this show for everybody else is the reason why.
Okay.
Basically, everybody has some type of morals, or these morals and codes that they're following that he's not following at all.
Right.
But everybody else is following it for whatever particular reason. That's keeping him alive.
Mm-hmm.
So when you watch it like that, and that he's the main character, so they can't kill him, the story, the writing, the whole thing is good. It's
Okay.
actually it's a good show.
Okay.
It's a good, well put together show.
Okay.
Because without Tommy, all the stuff,
It's still interesting.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it all still is cohesive.
Yeah.
But all Tommy is really, he's just the antagonist
Okay.
in the whole thing.
Yeah.
But this is actually one of those times you can take out the antagonist,
Okay.
and it's still, you can still watch it and it still makes sense. It's still watchable.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes you get a show where you take out the antagonist and you be like, okay, this shit doesn't make sense.
Right.
This is unwatchable.
Right.
But it's watchable with him or without him.
Yeah.
So
well, it's not just about him, which is nice.
yeah, so you have a really good show.
Mm-hmm.
The characters are really well developed too.
Mm-hmm. They feel real.
Yeah, everybody has a standalone thing. It's like everybody's trying to screw everybody, no matter.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Brother's trying to screw a brother,
Right.
but somehow he's okay walking around doing everything he's doing, screwing everybody.
Who? Oh, Tommy.
Yeah,
Okay.
but other than that, it's a good show. It's a good show.
I like it because it's basically a juggle for who's gonna get top. That's basically, it's all a juggle
Yeah.
for who's gonna rule all, essentially. And they don't like Tommy because he seems to be thinking like 10 steps ahead. But the thing about Tommy is that he's been walking this path his entire life, and he's seen it explode in his face more than once. So this is like his third attempt at trying to do this in a new city.
And maybe that's his thing. It always in the end, it always blows up in his face.
It tends to, because he keeps his head on track up until a point. As soon as like family or his girl gets involved, then it starts to spiral out of control really quickly. He's got a nephew right now that's in the show that is eager to make a name for himself for some reason. His pops died over his antics, and he's still out here being like, yeah, let me go ahead and do this. So I am interested in knowing what the rest of the season's going to bring. Right now, we have something called the Faction that's happening. That's all the local, I guess, gangs in Chicago.
In Chicago, trying to.
They all came together. Initially, they all came together in season 2, and that was because they were going up against the Serbians and the Irish.
The other cartels who were trying to pretty much take over their city.
Well, so at first, the Irish cartel is what was ruling Chicago. Tommy helps to knock them out of place. And he went about it through through every avenue he could think of, messing with their drug supply, their gun supply, going after the kids who wanted to take over from the dad who wouldn't let them. He would find all of these little open-ended loose strings and just pull. And it worked. And then he managed to get the coalition together, which was getting all the gangs together. And it was literally the gangs versus the Serbians. The Serbians came with like a lot of manpower. Between them and the Irish, they had a lot of manpower, and it was a full war. But they managed to come out the other side of it by joining forces. And through this alliance, this shaky alliance, they're now trying to move forward with their drug businesses. And we're seeing how that's moving.
But they already lost damn near half of the coalition already.
They lost half their coalition. The 2 guys that got shot?
Yeah, the only Mexicans they had in the coalition are pretty much done. They killed the leader of that coalition.
Okay.
So that's done.
But there's still other groups in the coalition.
If they already got the Mexicans, it's not going to be hard to get the rest of them.
But they only killed the leader. That doesn't mean all of them are gone. Because Miguel also is part of that group. And he's another Mexican cartel.
What I'm saying to you is the part of the coalition that was there, was he for Miguel, or was he his own thing?
He was with Miguel. He separated from Miguel and became his own thing.
Okay.
So he was a smaller group.
Okay, well, he's done. His group, they're either going to go back to Miguel or they're just done.
So they're introducing, what did they call him? Not Garcia. Marquez? Whatever. They introduced another Mexican cartel group that's coming through right now. That's the one that's shaking it up and killed that dude. But they also introduced Asians. And I'm wondering where they're going with this.
The Asians are going to go after the...
Well, they're going after his nephew for sure.
Yeah, they're going after the nephew.
But he has a way of flipping things so that they all kind of work together. So I'm wondering if he's going to sacrifice his nephew to do that. Because he's done stuff like that before as well. And it's rare that we get any kind of mafia gang Asian at all. And they're huge. They have huge presence on the East Coast. So it's very interesting when the shows decide to actually bring them in.
Chicago's not the East Coast. It's the Midwest.
Is it the Midwest?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. Detroit, Ohio, Midwest.
My theory is if it snows there, it's East Coast.
Then Colorado would be East Coast.
Okay.
You know where Colorado is?
Yeah. It's near Utah. Yeah.
You know that's way closer to California, right?
It snows there, though. Therefore.
That
East
was
Coast.
power, ladies and gentlemen. You got anything else you watching or want to talk about? This is insane.
Physical Asia. Physical Asia. We had to say goodbye to another team. We had to say goodbye to Turkey.
Turkey, yay.
So that's left Mongolia, Japan, South Korea, Australia. I think that's it.
Yes, that's it.
And right now they're doing like a sudden death match where they got to push the pillar. And the planning wasn't done well by Australia. And they may not make it out the other side. It would be crazy that Australia killed it in so many matches only to not make it in this last one. That would be crazy.
I told you if Australia was going to get got, it was because they were thinking they didn't strategize.
Yeah.
They were just using their physicality to get through. I told you that.
Mongolia is really winning my heart. And apparently the hearts of the internet. We're really impressed with Mongolia.
Oh, I was Mongolia day one.
Okay. They just like how like they treat all of their teammates equally. Like the women, the men, doesn't matter.
Find me a Mongolian girl.
You might be able to.
Mongolian girl. Oh, Michael Jackson sound Liberian girl?
Uh-huh. I thought he was talking about a librarian. He was not.
Liberia.
Yeah, the country. I thought he was talking about a librarian for the longest. As a kid, I thought it was a librarian girl.
How did you... The California school system is really bad. I thought South Carolina school system was bad. I guess California
a librarian girl could come and change his world. We don't know.
Stop.
She could have come and changed his world.
Why would a librarian do something for Michael Jackson when he's international? Why would a librarian?
Why not? Librarians are important.
And now you guys see what the California school system pays for, right? Education. That's San Diego. Well, it's close to Mexico. That's probably why.
Ooh, wait, you trying to shade Mexico as well?
Shots were fired.
To Mexico?
See, if I had my gunshot thing.
It'd be so loud and inappropriate. I like that you brought it out to make the noises yourself. To make the noises yourself.
Yay!
So, do we think that South Korea and Japan are ultimately going to be the final two?
Yes.
I don't want it to be.
Yes.
Don't want it to be.
I know you don't want it to be, but guess what? That's what's going to happen. It's going to happen.
So angry.
It's inevitable. Like Mr. Smith, it's inevitable.
I'll be so angry. Okay.
They was betting on Australia's stupidity and strength, muscles for brains to get them out of the game, and it might do it.
So Japan won the rope war. They did the little ropes. They had to like hit the sensor so many times. So Japan won that. So they don't have to do the sudden death match. They're going straight to the finals.
Yes.
So it's really between Australia, Mongolia, and South Korea. So the way it looks, Australia has 2 women and Dom Tomato to push these pillars. The ladies are strong, but it's going to be a struggle. And then we have South Korea, who has they got their big guy to come help with that. And then Mongolia, their captain, is there. Because both South Korea and Mongolia strategized. So I'm interested to see. what they're going to do. Or who's going to come out of this. What if Australia surprises us and they win?
So be it.
So be it. So, okay. So this sudden death match, are they getting rid of 2 teams then?
They're only getting rid of 1 team.
That's going to be 3 teams at the end.
Okay.
They're not going to do a 2-header?
It's going to be 3 teams. And then the next thing they're going to do is going to be to get down to 2 teams.
Okay. We'll see. I feel like they should have just went to the final with the teams they had. That's what I feel like they should have did. But whatever. But it's exciting. I like watching it. What do you think? Are you going to watch the Eddie Murphy doc? You going to finish it?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's interesting. I haven't finished it. But I like hearing it from his side. I didn't know he doesn't drink. He doesn't drink and he doesn't smoke.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Charlie said that all the time. And then his brother doesn't drink and doesn't smoke, doesn't do all that, none of that stuff. That's why he ended up with Rick James by himself all the time.
Darknesses. Yeah.
All the time.
Yes.
Eddie and Charlie both doctors as brothers. I'm like, darkness is brothers. So I'm like, you put S's on everything?
Darknesses.
Darknesses brothers.
Loved it.
You know, Charlie get out of line. Sometimes I have to go upside his head. And I'm like, go upside his head? What the? Okay.
But also just how creative that
Charlie
is.
Murphy.
I didn't know that he had to fight to get Nutty Professor done. I didn't know that they really had a problem with him doing multiple characters. I would have thought Coming to America would have shown that he can do multiple characters. But apparently he had to prove again that he can do these multiple characters and show them as like independent people. Which is another thing I think Eddie Murphy doesn't get his flowers for in terms of acting.
Like a lot of people didn't know he was doing the characters in
Coming to America.
John Amos talks about how he came up to him when he was in the Jewish dudes thing, talking to him, and he didn't know it was Eddie until he started doing the laugh.
Yep.
He's like, I'm about to knock this dude out. Somebody better come get this dude. And then he started doing the laugh. He was like, Eddie. He's like, I didn't know it was Eddie.
But also how he looks out for like Black culture. I didn't know he bought the tombstone for Buckwheat. Buckwheat was buried in the Hollywood Cemetery, did not have a tombstone.
Yeah.
And he bought it for him. It's nice.
What's really crazy, them dolls he got. Bill Cosby.
His ventriloquist dolls.
His ventriloquist dummies. He got a Bill Cosby, Paul Mooney, and Richard Pryor.
I don't think so. He was huge fans of all of them. And if you watch his doc, he talks about how like one of the first toys he ever wanted was a ventriloquist dummy because he likes making the voices. That's like he's like that since he was a kid. He liked being able to do impersonations, and you have to do that when you do a ventriloquist dummy. So it's cute. You can see that he's really a big family guy. He likes having a lot of family around him. His career is so long.
Yeah.
But he also talks about his hesitancy about coming out of his semi-retirement, like coming back into the fold of things again. And how he doesn't view himself as a stand-up comic.
Yeah, because he's been out of comedy for longer than he probably been in the business now.
No, he says even when he was doing the rounds, he didn't really view himself as a stand-up comedian.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All of this was like observation and study for him, for his art. That's really what it was. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. But also, I didn't realize that his movie 48 Hours, how it broke the mold for a lot of things, especially for a lot of Black actors.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this.
There was nobody else doing it.
That's so true. That is so true. He was like, they were all sidekicks, and they didn't really adapt them to be their own people.
After Cosby and Sidney Poitier, there was a gap.
Mm-hmm.
Not a gap, probably wasn't that.
I'm gonna say, wasn't there Richard Pryor?
Richard Pryor was doing a lot of white movies.
Okay.
Meaning he was like.
Did you know Trading Spaces was supposed to be a Richard Pryor and Gene? What's his face?
Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd is the one who does it with Eddie, but it wasn't supposed to be them. It was supposed to be another Richard Pryor and Gene. What's his face?
Hackman.
No.
Almost, man.
The guy he did.
I know you're talking about the dude that played Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Gene something. But yeah, Trading Places was supposed to be their movie because they had just come off of doing that jail movie. I don't know if you ever saw that.
Yeah, I saw some of it.
But yeah, that movie was supposed to be for them. And they turned it down because Richard Pryor had set himself on fire. So it went to Eddie. And Dan Aykroyd. Yeah. I love watching Trading Places every Christmas.
Good for you.
It's a Christmas movie.
Good for you.
Calvin. You don't have anything to say?
Nope.
Is there any Eddie Murphy movie you've got to watch yearly?
No.
Okay.
I watch them as they come on or as I feel like watching it.
Eddie says he purposefully did movies that he didn't think Black people got to be the stars in. And I'm thinking back to Golden Child because that's exactly what that would be. We didn't have a lot of Black people doing fantasy film. And then we had Eddie.
Yeah.
And he said Coming to America was supposed to be a rom-com.
Coming to America was supposed to be a TV show.
He said it's supposed to be a rom-com.
What was a rom-com?
A romantic comedy.
Romantic comedy? Kind of was.
Because there weren't a lot of Black romantic comedies.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be a spinoff to a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
With Tommy Davidson.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess the pilot didn't pop or something.
Interesting. They don't mention that in his doc. Or he doesn't mention that in his doc. That it was a spinoff to a TV show. He just talks about how, like, he had just come off of a breakup and he had the opportunity to make another film. And that kind of inspired him to do this. As he wanted to do a Black romantic comedy because there wasn't a lot of Black people that were leads in romantic comedies and film. But I would not think Coming to America was a romantic comedy.
I can see what it was supposed to be. He was going to find his queen.
Yeah.
It was a romantic comedy.
I feel like it's more comedy and with like a taste of romance.
I think it's comedy because the scenes were so iconic and funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
And I don't think it was it seemed like it wasn't like it's not like they were trying to make it out to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like it was just flowing and it just happened.
Mm-hmm.
So seemed like it was organic.
Yeah, it was. Definitely. Anything you have on the pike on the list to watch?
Yo, I'm just watching random stuff. Like I'm watching a 30 for 30 about Reggie White and how he was super religious, but then he came right like 4 years or something before he died. Because he died like at 43 or something like that.
Very young.
Something like that. In his early 40s.
Ooh.
He came to realize that maybe the way he was going about religion was wrong and that people wasn't using him, didn't ask him to preach at their church because they wanted to get to hear the gospel. They were asking him to preach because he was a athlete, a superstar athlete.
Oh.
And they were using his stardom.
Not so much what he was saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he started to get in the Bible in the real way or another way in his eyes.
Okay.
And he started to have these different views.
He gained different interpretations of it.
Yeah.
Of it.
Because they show him one time him in his I guess his office reading the Hebrew Bible.
Okay.
So yeah.
The Torah.
I don't know if it's a Torah.
That's what the Hebrew Bible is a Torah.
So maybe, sure.
All of the first whatever is the Torah. And the King James Bibles.
You mean the first books of the Bible?
I guess.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy.
Call it the first part. I don't know.
Of course, you heathen. Anyway,
What?
that's another thing.
You
for
knew
another
what I
day.
was talking about. How about that? You knew what I was talking about?
The Old Testament.
Yes, Old Testament. All of that is from the Torah, which to me stands to reason because Jesus was a Jew. He was Jewish.
Sure.
That's the church that he's going after. Or a temple.
You know Jesus is not in the... Sure. You know Jesus comes in the New Testament, right?
He comes in the New Testament.
Yeah, he's born in the New Testament.
Yeah, and that's when he challenged his church or his temple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So up until then, yeah, makes sense to me. That makes sense that it would be the Torah.
Okay.
Have you? Oh, there's supposed to be a documentary where they compare the Torah, the Bible, and the Muslim one. What's it called? Quran.
Quran.
Because the beginning, the first parts of all of them, they're pretty same. They're all pretty the same.
Good for them. Oh, what you want me to...
I think it's more a study on like the similarities versus people really talking about all the differences because there's a lot of similarities.
Seems like men took it and ran with it to use it to
for their own purposes
and power, for control and power. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is eventually corrupted by man.
It's very interesting. Oh, did you see on the internet the lady that was calling churches to ask for baby formula?
Yeah.
What did you think that basically like the poor churches and the mosque said, yes, we'll help you out. Let's get you some baby formula. But all the mega churches said no.
It tells you what they're in it for.
Someone was saying that it's an attributed to false prophecy or false prophets.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Mega churches are the ones that don't really just take. It
took a lot of people by surprise that the mosque said, yeah, I'll help you.
I'm not shocked by
Me either. I'm not shocked by it as well.
I don't understand why people are shocked by the mosque doing the right thing. When 9 times out of 10, it's the mosque that's doing the right thing, and the Christian churches are always doing the wrong thing or stealing the stuff.
Right.
Or taking.
Right. But the mosque is not showing judgment. Yeah. So it's very that so there's a guy they're calling Appalachian Grandpa.
It's because their twist on what the Muslim faith is all related to
what they saw on TV.
The political side.
Yeah.
The politics.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the actual faith.
Right. At all.
And which means in Muslim, I think they're more faithful. They care more, or they are more invested in their faith than Christians are. I just put that out there.
I would also say their community. I would also say that.
Yeah.
And even if you're not necessarily a part of that community directly, they still care. It's very interesting. But there's a guy they're calling Appalachian Grandpa. He's a pastor of a poor church out here in West Virginia. And he said yes. Like, oh, okay, what flavor of formula do you need it to be? And he was recently talking about his experience around that because he's so thankful of all of the aftermath. He got a lot of donations afterwards. Like after that went viral. Because the girl that was asking for it didn't really need it. She was testing these churches, basically. And so when he passed it, he was like, honestly, she just caught me on a good day. Like he very much was very humble about the whole experience and saying that, like, she could have caught me on a day when I was like, I just don't have it. I have to go somewhere else. No. But she just happened to catch him on a good day. He also says it would not probably, but that like God kind of spoke to him and was like, take a moment, really listen to what this person needs. Can you help? And he was like, I can help in this instance. And because of that, he's gained like over $100,000 in donations from people who don't go to his church because he just wanted to show kindness. It's so cute. It's so sweet. And his pulpit is a table. It's like this table. That's it.
Okay.
There's a lot of conversation about humility in church now versus mega churches because there's a lot of more spectacle with the mega churches.
Sure.
And he's just a little hometown church. It's very interesting. It was very interesting to me. What do you think about Donica Lewinsky?
What?
That's what they're calling him, Donica Lewinsky.
All right, next.
I can't wait for the next chapter. I can't wait. Oh, shout out to my friend who told me to read this book. It's like Hercules Blood or Blood of Hercules. This book is insane. I'm going to yell at her about it at work on Monday. It's okay. That's all I got. You got anything?
Nope.
Thank you for listening to We Like That podcast.
So we like that.
Go ahead and click that subscribe button. You know you want to. And rate us 5 stars. I'm Javon.
I'm Calvin.
Later, people.
And we're out.